Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just How I am playing Final Fantasy XIV. I've not played, well I have played this game more than enough, but I haven't recorded in a little bit because I still have a lot of videos in backlog. However, I noticed literally today that I am about to run out of videos today. So, time to record. Anyway, I think last time that we left it off, I only need to do the level 50 job quest for the 3 Heavensward jobs. Off camera, I decided to go and make some glamour. Let me go and make my way over to Ishgard, since that is where we're gonna need to go. The first one I'll be doing is the machinist one. BTW, as they sayeth. Anyway, this is my machinist glamour. I used the chest piece, the Storm Lieutenant jacket, which I got by being able to, by being a Storm Lieutenant, or was it Captain that I needed? I don't remember which one I needed, but in any case needed like a certain rank. Wait, I think I can do it like this. Not edit. View search info, there we go. I'm now a Storm Captain. I'm not sure if I already mentioned this before, but I am. Anyway, other than that, well, it's just like the usual boots and nothing too super fancy, but I do like it quite a lot. Also got the gun from the Grant Company to assist me in the shooting of the people. That's just what you do with a gun. Astrologian, which is a more interesting one, I would say. This one is based off of, this thing is like the gambler jacket. A lot of this stuff is from the Gold Saucer. So, like these Ishgard boots that I'm wearing and this gambler's coat, as it's called, are both from there. So this will be my Astrologian glamour for, I think, like most Heavensward, really. I really don't want to change this because I surprisingly really like this. Didn't expect that. It just suddenly happened. I suddenly created this and it was awesome. And then Dark Knight is a little bit on the simpler side. That's also because I can't really find like good armor, I would say, that I would want her to wear without it looking too like bulky, which is something that I don't really like that much. And there we go. Let us go and get these quests on the way. By the way, the thing I'll be doing from now on is like after I'm done with these quests, we are then going to do the first quest in like the first job quests in the Heavensward expansion. So I'm gonna be going through all of the jobs and do like unlocking the first one and then all that jazz. Once we get to like the next level, then I'm gonna do them all for that level. Since most of my jobs are level 70 apparently. I thought it was 60. They're apparently already level 70. Okay. Yeah, I don't need to worry about leveling them up. Speaking of which, when I'm gonna go through Heavensward, I will be using primarily Dark Knight, Astrologian, and Machinist to get to the XP from the main quest. But we'll be able to see the other jobs more than enough in the patches and all that jazz. Anyway, the day of the attorney is finally upon us. This is it, Lynn. This is Machinistry's moment of truth. Pray gather our colleagues together. Joy should be just outside performing some last-moment firearm inspections, and Rosenthal, well, Joy may have a better idea of his whereabouts than me. Oh, Lynn, this is a disaster. Someone has broken into our storage crates and smashed all the firearms. I must tell his lordship. No, we must check the other crates first, or maybe... what do we do? That's right, of course. Giving into panic won't help us none. I'll see what's become of the rest of the weapons, then report my findings to his lordship. Rosenthal, last I saw he was getting some fresh air out behind the workshop. Blum. Blum blum blum. Good old Rosenthal. Well, look now, lassie. Think we've got visitors again. Stubborn bastards. Huh? Smashed up our firearms, you say? Seems whatever scrag it is, as once has gone is done being subtle. I forgot limbs and talk. Or lamenting, whatever. We'd best run off we'd best run off the rest of these thugs before they decide to set fire to the place. You know what to do. Warning guys around, only so as we don't bring the wrath of the Temple Knights down upon us. Meet me back in the workshop when you're done with your patrol. Yes, finally. Time to shoot some people. Good. But please no, it wasn't my idea. Scare off those troublemakers. Ah, that purse ain't worth getting shot at. You fool. Wait. Yeah, where'd you come from? Being small has its advantages. Can be nice and sneaky. Lynn, are you quite alright? Our fine instructor here tells me you've both been busy chasing off hired miscreants again. I'm afraid the damage has already been done, my lordship. Even after scraping together our spares, we've less than half the weapons we need for the tourney. Then half we'll just have to do. It'll be difficult, I know, but I believe we still have a chance. What in the bloody hell's with that? Sounds like someone fired a damn cannon or something. Oh, but, my lordship, our turrets. Blast. Must have missed one of the shite-eating bastards. That's it then. We'll have to forfeit the contest. Nay, my dear, it is yet time to remedy this. These efforts to confound our chances serve but to stoke the fires of my determination. Pray accompany me back inside, Lynn. Rosenthal, Joy, lead your fellow machinists to the tourney field, and don your masks of supreme confidence. Whilst our mysterious enemy is distracted by your show of bravado, I shall work to replace the damaged firearms. But how can you craft so many weapons before the contest begins? The short of it is, I cannot. Not to my usual exacting specifications, of course. Only the four of us must be aware of the poor quality of our replacements. You and Joy must needs fight that much harder to compensate for your colleagues' lack of firepower. I'll do my best to keep the others in high spirits too, Lord Stephanivian. My apologies, I wasn't trying to eavesdrop or nothing, but when I heard the noise. Ah, Celestial. Well, there's not for it now. Welcome to the conspiracy. Formidable foes, meager chance of success. This shall be a victory worthy of song. Everybody scatter. Run. Would that the odds were not so heavily stacked against us, but we cannot let a few setbacks stand in the way of our moment of glory. We have done all that can be done. It is time we join our companions and survey the field on which the tourney is to take place. You're familiar with Camp Dragonhead, I trust? Its grounds should make for an interesting arena. Right. Good, good, you've come. The other houses have yet to field their forces, meaning we've time to inspect the arena and formulate a winning strategy. Are you certain of your preparations, my son? These tales I hear of hired thugs terrorizing machinists and destroying equipment do not fill me with confidence. Pray remember that the collected gaze of Ishgard shall be focused on this contest. A poor showing will cost us our funding from the Holy See, and cast an uncertain shadow over the future of the manufactory. I have never been more ready, father. Now, relinquish your doubts, find yourself a nice vantage point, and enjoy the spectacle. I'm off to find a perch myself, but here's one piece of advice before I go. Make the most of the terrain. There's a few choice spots where I'd lay an ambush, or expect my enemies to lay one for me. Just be sure you've given the place a good once over, eh? You heard your instructor. Give the word, and we shall endeavour to learn the lay of the land. Let's review our strategy, shall we? Unless you would rather simply begin a tourney, in which case you may speak with our machinist messenger. Ours will be a combined force from House Hailnord and House Fortant, while our opponent will be House Demail and Durandare. The black standard represents our encampment. Pray inspect this standard and the surrounding area. If we allow the standard to be destroyed, we are defeated and the tourney is lost. The standard also releases waves of curative magic, so return here if you are in need of healing. Let us move on to the enemy encampment. Pray inspect the Crimson Standard and survey the surrounding area. Should you succeed in toppling the Crimson Standard, then victory is ours. The enemy standard will heal nearby allies, best to avoid lengthy engagements in its proximity. Let us now discuss our individual roles. Joy will lead a squad of Hailnord combatants in an offensive push. The remaining machinists and I will join the Fortams in the defense of our encampment. You, Lin, shall be our flying company and strike where needed. Celesto, you shall be our ambusher. Let us survey your place of concealment. So I'd say, where? Pray inspect the ambush site. Celesto will emerge and assault the enemy standard on Lin's signal. The Durandare captain is an aggressive sort. If our defense appear weak, he will commit his force to an attack, and that will leave their encampment vulnerable to ambush. We have placed a signal mortar near the Aetherite. Come with me, and you can see it for yourself. We walk in. The mortar should be safe from enemy detection, and the spot also affords you a nice view of both camps. When you judge it the time to press the attack, simply operate the mortar to send up a flare. Let us return now to our encampment. I'll stall the official until you give the word. Townsperson. What? It's Stephanivian. What are you talking about, game? Hark, 'tis Tettle Grinch and his knights. Ah, the manufactory workers in all their glory. I imagine there are many who are curious, even eager to witness you fight this day. Unfortunately for the spectators, however, House Demail will end this mockery of a contest all too swiftly. Bluster all you will. We shall let the tattered remains of your standard speak for us. Such conviction from the king of the commoners. Come, then. All the players are present. Let the tourney begin. Alright. To victory, my friends! Firing at will. Indeed. Destroy these machinist upstarts. How dull. Oh yay, I'm getting the aggro of all of them. Perfect. Disembowel. Still a wild freaking attack name. I'm getting hit a lot. I think I also only just noticed that it's a conversion, yeah. We're gonna finish that dude off, because he will become a pain in the buttocks. I'm going to send my turret over to that dude. Hey, another conversion. There we go. See ya. There we go. This is interesting, because I was kind of waiting for the moment where I could use the ambush. Oh yeah, that's right. Aha, there we go. Full assault. Haha, you fool. I said you fool. How strong are you? You're not that strong. Okay. There we go. There we go. Don't never know what I do. Look at all these dudes just coming up. Okay, I find that really funny. All these guys with guns just walking up. Look at this. Look at this majesty over here. I should probably help with the Crimson Standard. Like, this freaking knight's not gonna die anyway. That's it. And there we go. GG, complete. Congratulations, machinists. You have proven yourself not entirely without merit. As the Mail will gladly welcome your inclusion in House Helenard's next company of reinforcements. Ah, your novel toys confounded my knights, and you won this game of flags. I would see, however, how you fare against adversaries who seek not to break your standard, but to spill your life's blood. May the day come soon, when we fight side by side. Mayhap then you should understand why the knight is the master of the battlefield. Well done, my son. You have triumphed against all that would see you fail. But of course, father, there's no difficulty that Machinist 3 cannot overcome. Nod. The nodding. Attorney Victory, how many years has it been? At last do we begin to reclaim the influence we have lost. And there shall be more to come, as long as you are true to your words. That means no more bemoaning my knightly skills, no more disruptive visits to the workshop. Stephanivian, I hereby relinquish to you full authority of the manufactory. May your machinists be the spears that pierce our foes and the shields that defend our walls. Do as you will, my son, for the glory of Ishgard and her people. The age of the machinists has begun, my friends. Follow me, and together we shall ring the rusted helmets of the old guard. Babidi bap. Bap bap babidi bap babidi bap. Don't even ask me why. Don't even. My brain works in mysterious ways. As does every brain, I think. Right, Stephanivian. My boy. It was a hard-won battle, then, but your keen grasp of tactics carried the day. And that is to say naught of your ever-growing skill with a firearm. With this victory, I am become manufactory chief in both name and deed, and I intend to make the most of my newfound freedom. Indeed, my first act upon returning to the workshop was to improve your Ethero transformer. This latest model is yours, with my thanks. Attorney exposed certain inadequacies in the design, for which I have endeavored to compensate. Use it well, Lynn. Whoa! So get Ricochet, which is an AoE version of Gauss Round. And then there's the next one, which will, like, is basically the first one in the Heavensward expansion. Now this over here, Junior Machinist's armor coffer. Ah, I see. So it's just this gear. Okay. I thought it was gonna be something different, but yeah. Alright, I guess like the other thing that I'm thinking about, you probably get at the end of like at the level 60 quest. Right, let's go and put a Ricochet on its spot. On my hotbar. And let us go and work on the Astrologian quest now. Astrologian! Don't even... I'm fine. I'm always fine. Anyway. Leader Leviva tells me that you are nearly ready to open the 6th and final gate. Yes, I said final. We all know there are 7 heavens, but opening the 7th is impossible. Well, except one death, of course. An attempt to attune to the Polestar would be sheer madness and most certainly spell your doom. Ah, but look at me. Even now attempting to tutor the great Lin when it is obvious your talent far surpasses mine. Forgive me. Little Leviva has yet to report for the location of the final gate. Doubtless she fears yet another bandit attack. But whatever the reason, she remains on the 2nd floor and has asked you to visit her at your earliest convenience. You have come far since that fateful day our paths crossed in the Black Shroud. And now here we are, on the cusp of your attunement. With the 6th heaven, whatever. This time truly waits for no woman, does it? Whatever. Before we set forth on this task, I wish to teach you of a technique known as synastry. By temporarily enjoining your fate with that of a companions, they will reap the star's benefits as do you. As a passable journeyman astrologian, you already wield sufficient control over ether. You need only focus it upon establishing a bond with your chosen ally to achieve synastry. Hallelujah. So Sinistry, generate an etheric bond with target party member. Each time you cast a single target healing spell on yourself or a party member, the party with whom you have the bond will also recover HP equaling to 40% of the original spell. So you can basically, like, if you're healing, like if you have two tanks and you have like they both need healing at a certain point, like a lot of healing. You just give Sinistry to one of them, and you cast healing on the other one, and then the other one will get like 40% of the heal, regardless. Or if you have one particular tank or person who needs a heck of an amount of healing, you can give Sinistry to them and heal them, which means that they will basically get almost double the amount of healing, so like 140% in total. So it can be quite useful, and I did not know about it for a long time. I'm gonna put it on F3, I think. Right, anyway. I believe you are ready to attune with the final constellation. The location of the next lesson is actually not far. I assume your travels have taken you to Camp Dragonhead? Excellent. I, as always, will go on ahead to make my final reading. If each of our previous outings are any indication, the bandits which harry us will most certainly jump at this opportunity. So I would have Quimperane scout the area ahead of time, and report any suspicious activity to the knights garrisoned at the camp. Let someone else bloody their hands for a change, I say. Feel free to tell Jenicanard of our plans, though I do not doubt he already has some of his own. Jump. Little Aviva has already departed? Well, then she must have leaped from the window, for I did not see her use the front door. I dare say that means we will be traveling alone. Of course we'll be attending. Why wouldn't I be? That dude is on speed. It's fast as fuck. Lynn and Janet Kinar. Well then, it appears, given my constellation mapped to that astrologian in Rathros was unwise, as my readings for the location for 6-7 have proven slightly off. However, a second calculation has shown that we are close. The optimal location lies just to the north of here, in a derelict tower known as the Steel Vigil. You have the look of the learned about you. Might I ask if you've seen this tower map before? It wasn't the person of an astrologian who came to us seeking help after being attacked. That is my map, the one I gifted the astrologian in Rathros. Do you mean to tell me she was set upon again? Your map? Well, then I'm gonna have to ask you to accompany me for questioning. The astrologian claims she wrested this chart from one of her assailants before escaping their grasp. Lady Aviva, why would you assault the self-same woman you risk your life saving? Because she did not, my lord. Why would you even think something so foolish? This must be some sort of misunderstanding. I was present at the assault. We saved the young maiden of which you speak from a party of bandits, and Lady Aviva gave her own constellation map to replace the one damaged by her assailants. My Lady Lynn here was also witness to these proceedings. Well, we have our own witnesses who say otherwise, so until we have a trial and an educator who can pass his judgment, this Laviva will have to come in for questioning, for she herself has admitted the map is hers. It is alright, I have naught to hide, and arguing here will not bring us any closer to the truth. If anything, I wish to confront this woman who would bring false accusations against those who saved her life. Very well then, take me where you will. I shall answer all of your questions, and you will soon learn who is spouting falsehoods. My friends, you need not worry overmuch, for I shall be in the company of temple knights where no harm might befall me. I will return once I have proven my innocence. No harm. Costa? Quotha? That knight was the self-same astrologian whom we saved in Mordona, the astrologian who now claims we attacked her. Are you saying the astrologian was a temple knight? No, listen, my lord. I'm saying the astrologian is no more an astrologian than she is a knight. I'm saying we have been played. We've fallen victim to a ruse that has landed Lady Laviva in the hands of those who have been attempting to kill her since she set foot in Eorzea. then you are saying so you won't be safe in the presence of those Temple Knights. Those weren't Temple Knights, my lord. However, they were wearing the colors of our Knights Most Heavenly, and if we were to assault them this near the heavily garrisoned Camp Dragonhead, we would be struck full of arrows before anyone asked us why we even drew our blades. No, we must shadow Lady Leviva's captors and wait for an opportunity to take her back. How exciting! Can I take points? No? Of course not. No. So we keep our distance until an opportunity to rescue Lady Leviva. This is totally not suspicious, you two. Just like, with your weapons drawn following them. That is definitely a good choice, friends. We are totally not suspicious. In any way, shape, or form. Look at that pants, bro. What are those? Wait, did I just see something? Did I just see a portal in the corner of my eye? Bam, ba-da-bam, bam, ba, 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 ba. Never forget the danger bomb, guys. Bum, 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 bum. These dudes are so stupid. This entire thing is really stupid. Familiar Temple Knights. Our imposter solution has left our company. Let's see to those ogres. We'll take her unawares. Karen. This woman is the same we assisted in Mordona, and I believe she was working alone. We must continue to pursue. We must just continue our pursuit. Quimperane, come on. Really? I should not have had that second nail. And he just runs off on his own to fight dragons. What? Please do not let me die here. It's fortunate for us that they were on foot. If they were to make their way to say, an airship, we would have no means of escaping you. Ah, is that an airship I hear? Quimperane, come on, buddy. Come on. Cannot wait for stragglers. Follow it. Sir, beast approaches the company. Quimperane just being sneaking around. Sneaky. Seems like the only thing. I think I may like the quest may like force me to only get magic cards, but I can only give them to myself. I'll see you in the 7th hell. Look at him running again. Creating these beautiful tracks like a freaking slug. Bum, bum. Gotta love needing to RP walk for this. I heard something, sir. It's interesting to me that like they took so much Like, the fact that none of this company has noticed how many people have already fallen off is ridiculous. It's not even that big of a company, honestly. Is he just eating something? Or he's just checking out a bush? I must inform the cat. Whoop. I hate this. He's just like casually walking and he's just running in place. He's like jogging basically. In like full chainmail. Trying to sneak, by the way. Jesus Christ. Just as I expected. These fools have led me straight to the answers I've sought since my arrival in this backwoods realm. If I'm not mistaken, my trusted companion should be arriving right about... Now, I'll be taking this. The moment you lift off in that airship, the whole land will know who you are not true Temple Knights, and you will be made to answer for your crimes. Once we're in the air, it will not matter what anyone knows, you fool. We will not be returning once we have slain you and your friends. No one shall stand in the way of my fate, especially not some dog's body from the forum. Wahey! Battle. To battle. Right. I'm just gonna give it to myself. Kill every last one of them. I don't forget the heal campaign. Whoopsie. Did you come? Thumbs up. I was wondering why I didn't remember this duty, and now I can see why. Of course I knew the Temple Knights were false. I recognized the astrologian we saved almost immediately. And I find it insulting that they believed I would not. I also knew that they would lead me to the true perpetrators. If I played along, fully aware that you loyal three would follow. I am pleased that you also knew that we would somehow crawl our way out of that little tussle with our lives, because I was uncertain for most of the journey. Well, I was certain Lynn would make it, for the stars have already told me she would unlock the 6th gate here at the Steel Vigil. The very location we ended up at. Despite our unexpected ordeal, your fate, Janikinard, well, I never bothered reading it, for I thought that you would skip this lesson, like you have every other one. Lynn, gaze up at the night sky and open your soul to the final constellation, the Spear. The Spear is the gate to the 6th heaven, where the Fury resides in a palace of ice carved by her own spear. Ice formed of moonbeams collected by the lover Menfima. The Spear fills us not only with the power to overcome our enemies, but also the compassion that is necessary to grant those same enemies mercy. And now that power is yours, to see directed to those whose fates require it. It is done. You have attuned yourself to the 6th lower heavens, or the 6 lower heavens, and now that you know their strength, the true journey begins. was about to say, Right. You have my congratulations, then. What has taken me more than 15 summers to accomplish, you have done, and more in a matter of moons. But our time together has taught me that, despite what we may believe they are, we all have our roles, and each role is just as important as the other. Without taking both Quimperain and you under my wing, you would never have saved Leviva from her assailants. Meaning, in a way, I saved Lady Leviva. Not that I am the one to take all the credit for such heroism. A letter found on the body of the Charlian, the cracked seal appears to be somewhat familiar. Nor shall I take credit for this missive that never would have been discovered were it not for me taking you and Quimperain under my wing. Ah, that cold stare. It befits this god-forsaken place. Point taken. Let us break the seal and see what we... Why, this handwriting. I've seen it many a time. Before. It is mine uncle's, but that would mean... It would mean the highest-ranking astrologian in all Ishgard has been attempting to assassinate us. If the tribunal were to hear of this, he would be hanged. And a hanging will only earn us another ill-tempered orthodox astrologian unwilling to open his eyes to the benefits of our discipline. No, we can use this missive to our advantage. As long as this remains in our hands, so too does the chief astrologian. Are you saying we use the missive to blackmail Forlamort? I am saying we merely grant the chief astrologian his life in exchange for a little assistance in furthering our just and noble cause. No more, no less. I see. You're quite a devilet, my dear. Very well, I will summon mine uncle to the astroscope. There we can present him with our offer. Gotta go back to that place, which with a really long name. And it's not particularly easy to reach. What the hell is that? It's just like an ad, basically, in the chat, and I'm like, man, that's... I don't know what that is. Right. There we go. I'm supposed to... Jenniker's lucky, but how are you still? I mean, I haven't the time for idle chatter. Can you not see I'm a busy man? Wait for... Where? On top of the thing? Yes, that's weird. Why must you insist on pestering me, Jennifer? I gave you your letter, now leave me be. Ah, that would not be the only letter you have written lately, would it? Perhaps you recall a certain letter to the Forum? A letter carried by a party of less than savory characters who attempted to kidnap Lady Leviva and deliver her to Charlians, not to mention kill me and my manservant and my good friend Lynn here, who you have forgotten is currently an honorable guest of Heavensward. A letter drawn up and signed by none other than you, Nuncle. Oh, but do not presume to misunderstand me, or misunderstand us. We wish neither your disgrace nor your death, at least not at our hands. In fact, we wish very little from you. Not, you might say, in the sense that you are never again to use your influence to hamper our efforts at spreading Charlian astrology here in Ishgard. Involve yourself no more in the affairs of me or my guests, and your secret remains safe. I will even forgive you for trying to have me murdered. If, that is, you give me your word. It is not as if you've left me with much choice. You have my word, but know that silencing me will not make your nonsense any more accepted in the vault. There are others who will see you fall. Others who care little whether or not I speak my piece. We are fully aware of the peaks we have left to scale. However, we shall not let that discourage us. I have been shown a path that I altogether plan on walking, and the stars shall guide my way. The stars foretell many things, my dear, and not even the best readers can see them all. Do not forget this. So we have silenced him, but to hear him tell it, he was the least of our worries. Was it just like a simultaneous nod from all of them? That was kind of funny. And that is it for that. Let's see, what gear would I even get from this? Cashmere, yeah. This is actually better than what she's wearing right now. Cool, I guess I'll just equip it for now. The problem is that I don't have, like, I don't have Ironworks stuff. Speaking of which, do I have enough tomes for that? No, I don't even have enough tomes. Oh well, there we go. Alright, that, however, my friends, is going to conclude this episode of just us playing Final Fantasy XIV. And next episode, we are going to go and do the level 50 Dark Knight quests, and then maybe start doing some actual MSQ in Heavensward. Actually, no, what am I talking about? We're going to continue doing more job quests. I forgot. Goodbye.